Who will tell me what Greek mythology is? And why do we study it as a part of language arts?
Teacher, me!
Oh, okay, Vicky.
In the first story of our Gods of Greece book, it says, in Greece long ago, the people believed that all nature was ruled by different gods and goddesses, and not just by one god. The early Greeks didn't study science, so they explained our universe with these mythological stories.
So, why do we study Greek mythology as a part of language arts then?
He once told us that we could understand the origins of Western culture and literature when we study Greek mythology. For example, I know the great Western writer William Shakespeare made many references to Greek mythology and even based his famous play, Romeo and Juliet, on the Greek myth, Pyramus and Thisbe.
Also, other characters, themes, the general ideas, and sometimes the actual storyline come from Greek myths, such as in The Lord of the Rings and the curved backs of its hit, The Hobbit, with its allusion to the dark waters of the underworld.
Learning Greek mythology makes such idioms as, "You've just opened Pandora's box," "That's my Achilles heel," or "My computer just got infected with a Trojan horse," much easier to understand.
That's very good, Ivan, because Greek mythology does help us to understand. Get your dictionaries out, everybody. Look up boast.
Synonyms: brag, crow, swagger, swank, gloat, show off, blow one's own trumpet, sing one's own praises, congratulate oneself, pat oneself on the back.
Wilbur do his spectacular speech right at the speech contest about the story of Arachne. Give us one more chance at this, Wilbur. Come on up here and let's hear you do it. Come on, Wilbur.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Wilbur. Do you know that in Greek myths, the gods have great powers? They are immortal, which means they will live forever. But they often do things that don't seem godlike at all, like throwing tantrums, showing jealousy, or seeking revenge when they feel they have been wronged. Today, I'm going to tell you a Greek myth called The Story of Arachne. Enjoy! Arachne, a simple country girl, was a talented weaver. Her fame spread. People came from all around to watch her weave. They said, "Arachne, your work is so beautiful. Did the goddess Athena teach you how to weave?" Athena had taught Arachne the art of weaving, but Arachne refused to admit this. Proudly, Arachne said, "No one taught me how to weave. The goddess Athena can never weave tapestries as lovely as mine." Arachne's dad warned her not to compare herself with the goddess, but Arachne ignored him. As Arachne bragged how good she was to a crowd that came to watch her, an old woman stepped forward and said, "Your work is splendid, Arachne, but don't be so bold as to claim that it is better than Athena's." Arachne just laughed. "Go away, old woman. I have no fear of Athena. If Athena's weavings are so beautiful, then I challenge her to a contest." Arachne no sooner spoke than the old woman threw back her cloak to reveal that she was Athena in disguise. "Foolish girl, we will have a contest." Both agreed the subject will be the gods. Many people gathered to watch as the contest began. For hours, the two wove and wove and wove. Athena's tapestry was breathtaking, a picture of the gods in all their glory. Arachne's tapestry, too, was beautifully woven, alive with color, every thread perfect. Athena was amazed until she saw the Arachne's weavings show the gods as flaws. Athena, beside herself with rage, in a flash, slashed Arachne's weaving in two. As she touched Arachne, Arachne shriveled to scarcely larger than a fly. Her hair fell away. Her fingers were changed into little black legs. Arachne, declared Athena, your pride has brought you down, but you will continue to weave. You and your children will be among the greatest spinners and weavers on earth. And it was true. Arachne became the mother of all spiders, and to this day, their webs are some of the most beautiful weavings ever made, hidden in dark corners. Few people ever see them. Before I go, humans should never think they can be gods. Hope you learn a lesson. Thank you.
That was really, really good. So I think we've all learned a lesson. We should never compare ourselves to the gods and goddesses. And I think you really know why the spider spins.